Hi guys, I'm back, but not here because I moved. So while I don't have much of a setup right now, I figured a Create This Book episode would be the perfect thing. So let's get started. Alright, so for today's episode, we're going to be doing the Create a Person page. So I started with dividing the page up in sections. This way I can create a bunch of different scenes that kind of address their personality and their likes and whatnot. Now, before I get too much into this character, since you can't really see what I'm drawing anyway, I figured I'd address my absence. As said in the beginning of the video, I moved. I was living in an apartment, and now I own my own house. A lot of my time was spent looking for houses and making offers, and then moving in and doing renovations. So life has been busy, but it's certainly calmed down now. I'm still getting back into the swing of things with making videos. Don't be surprised if right now it's only once a month. It will increase, but I'm just not there yet. But anywho, enough about me, because this character is coming along and I have said nothing about her. My inspiration for this character was a girl who likes to dress up as a princess, wandering around the woods, pretending like she can talk to the woodland creatures. She's a very bubbly girl, loves nature, loves being a part of it, running, jumping, climbing, sightseeing, you name it. Now, since since I'm choosing to do pencil crayon, I really don't want the pencil marks to show. So I'm going to be doing something seemingly dumb and erasing all of my drawings that I've done so far. And just like that, all my hard work is gone. There's a faint outline that I can still see, but is probably not picking up much on camera. But that's what I'm going with when I start with my pencil crayons. Now, since I'm not doing any dark outlines, this drawing is going to look a bit creepy. It does get better, but you just have to stay with it. But this is where I mess up. I should have waited to do the pupils at the end. I didn't because the eyes were creeping me out. But then I should have moved on to another area, because when I was doing the eyebrows and didn't like them, I tried to erase them and brush off the paper. And the worst happened. Now, there was a few minutes where I tried to save it by erasing it, and of course, I made it worse by smudging the markers more. So do I stop? No, I try and erase it again. After taking a little break, I decided to try my best to fix it and move on, and thought the perfect solution would be to add freckles. But now that that crisis is over, I want to move on with my life, so let's add some hair and start working on the dress. Now, I chose blue for this dress, not because it's my favorite color. I originally wanted green, but there's going to be a lot of green in this background, and I didn't want our princess to blend in. As for those woodland creatures I referred to, her favorite is this frog. Right here, she's playing a game of hide and seek with a very unimpressed frog. She thinks they're best friends, and he doesn't really have a choice in the matter. I like the opposite personalities, the overly optimistic girl who's so happy that she found her froggy friend, and then there's him, who's wondering why she keeps putting him in a tree and then acting surprised when she finds him. And once again, I've created an entire character without naming her. The first name that comes to mind is Stella, so that's what I'm going to go with. Now, since Stella is the one that found the frog, I think she should be the one to name him. And I feel like with her personality, she'd call him Giggles. Is it a terrible name? Maybe. But it makes her giggle every time she sees him. Another thing Stella likes to do is take long walks in the woods, finding new leaves to add to her collection. She's not a flower girl. Her favorite color is green, probably because her eyes are, but she'll wander through the woods just past her backyard and try and find the biggest, greenest leaf she can find. And when she does, Giggles is not far behind. I definitely bit off way more than I could chew with this one. I feel like I'm trying to make each page a masterpiece when I really should just be trying to practice new techniques and try and think outside the box. Maybe try a different art style. So I'm basically finishing up the second round of coloring But near the end, it came to a point where I didn't feel like filming anymore. So I did do some off camera here. You'll see it in a second, but let me just explain it first. Now, I love Tangled. I love Rapunzel. It's a great movie. The one teeny tiny little issue I had with it was, how did she keep her hair so clean? How were there not random twigs and leaves caught in her hair at all time running through that forest? So I would feel like a big hypocrite if I just left Stella with this amazing, perfect hair. So I thought, well, what does Stella love? She loves leaves, and she loves adding them to her collection. But she doesn't have any pockets on her dress. Where does she put them? Her hair, of course. Her leaves are not only collectibles, but also hair accessories. And I am really glad I added this detail to her. I feel like this is totally something Stella would do, and it just gives more of a reason for Giggles to look at her with that little side eye of his. But anyway, that was the detail I added. That is what I didn't show you. You're welcome for that beautiful explanation. And this is our final product with Stella and Giggles having the time of their life in the woods. It's time to now add this to our book, and to cover up those rough edges, I'm going to take this green construction paper and make a nice pretty border. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of Stella and Giggles? Should Stella maybe invest in some shoes? Let me know. And for those of you that watched this entire thing or skipped to the end, hi again. Here is a sneak peek of my craft room, both empty and filled with my clay figures. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so glad to be back, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!